So, welcome back to the jungle, everybody. We are going to have some wonderful time here today. We got ourselves somewhere last time, but on the other side, our base is also being defended by two magnificent mechanoid clusters. You could also say that the mechanoid clusters are posing a threat to my colony, but I personally like to see things more optimistic. Like, they are defending my base, not the other way around. There are really no opponents until, well, these things here are destroyed. But whatever Randy tosses at me, there's a really decent chance that the mechanoids will take care of that for me, which is pretty delightful, honestly. So where will we get today? I'm right now researching the multi-analyzer, because I really want to press forward with that tech. I think I have all the necessary materials together to build one, so that's for now the most important thing. After that, I'm going to take a little bit of a trip into moisture pump technology, because I'm really sad about the fact that I cannot put a proper flooring into our ritual room, because there's one spot of marshy soil in there, and I literally cannot build a floor on that. So, mechanoids have woken up. I really hope that this wasn't because of one of our people was outside there. The answer is luckily no. Great. So, well, let's shut the doors. Nobody's allowed to go outside anymore. It's a pretty simple solution that I personally like here. We're just going to forbid everybody to go outside and, well, we'll deal with the mechanoids once they have been softened up by some outside sources. That's always the easiest way of getting things done. We got 10 days worth of food in our stockpiles, and the next harvest of corn is pretty soon on us. So, no biggie. The only thing right now, we got a heat wave on us. Recently started, so there's a pretty decent chance that this will be with us for a while. But seriously, we got air conditioning. We're fine. Air conditioning and power, and lots of timber if we need to rely on active cooling in an emergency. There's almost no risk involved with that. So, dudes, why aren't we mining any further down here? Seriously. Because we're mining that tunnel first. Yeah, okay. Whatever, I don't mind. I mean, limestone blocks are pretty cool as well, I guess. Speaking about limestone blocks. Look at that. Was not what I meant, but limestone flooring. I'm going to polish all those hallways. Gotta put all those people to work, you know. So, let's have some nibbles. Yeah, whatever. Unconscious prisoners. I don't care. Nice. So, I don't know why I exactly made those tunnels. More on a out of a interest of organizing this thing a little bit more, making it look nicer, basically. But now our miners are on the slate. That's good. No, we need a lot of slate. Have some black floor plantings. While we're researching how to get ourselves off of this planet, might as well make this place fancy. Still have to decide where I'm going to build that spaceship later on. I probably will use this area down here. It's looking pretty decently well defendable altogether. Okay. Put up a little bit of a column here just to avoid cave-ins. I had one colonist crushed once beneath a cave-in, and ever since then I'm scared shitless about that ever happening again. Because, you know, they're gone. There's not even a body of them left if that happens. So, my little mechanoid, Muso's insects. Infestation of 9 hives. You are freaking crazy, mate. We're not gone. 9 hives, that's Damn lot of insectoids, man. I mean, it's beatable. I think I would even stand a chance against that, but I don't really want to. By the way, it's about time to manufacture ourselves at least some frag grenades. Because that's the sweet logic behind insectoid combat. You need stuff like frag grenades once they grow too numerous. You won't be handling them without explosives at some point anymore. Oh, frag grenades. Not gonna happen. Lack of chem fuel, so that's a tech we need to research as well. I mean, I was beelining my research towards precision rifling, as usual. That's, don't know. I love to do that, because it's just so darned useful. I'm still lacking geothermal power, though. That would be really insane to have that as well. But we're gonna get there, I guess. Fancy area here. Really love how this all is coming together now. The only thing I don't like so far is that, well, maybe I will make more Sanguophages one day. Right now I feel like we could use something fancy in between. So, because of that, I came up with the idea we might be having some fun with vat-grown soldiers or stuff like that, you know. I find that very logical for a vampire overlord to do that, okay? So, that's been roughly my plan. Harvest some sick genes and craft myself some cool baby soldiers. You know, we need some long-term goals here. So, how on earth does that Arcturian sky eel still live? It's a wild one. It's not even tamed, you know? It's somehow living in my lab. I don't know why, but it does. Or we're going to try and tame it. It's been so long in the lab. It has to be a part of our colony, but... Okay. There we go. That's what I needed that slate for. Very important projects, you know. Black walls for the hallway. Couldn't live without it. But at least I have a slate mountain down here that I can harvest for material. Overall, this place is quite filthy rich. Can't wait for the next battle to be thrown at me by Randy. But I do see the potential of getting an infestation into my base as well, so... I don't know if it's going to be that easy. Or next threat, I mean. Good, but the multi-analyzer is almost done. So, there. I want to research sterile tiles next, so we have a nice research environment here. It's going to be the next step. Quite tired of having no floor in here, but I also didn't want to waste precious materials for something inferior. But it's starting to piss me off a bit to see these guys working on high-tech research benches with a stony soil floor. It's a little bit wrong, I think. So, let's get back to the art department. You know what? I feel like we're going to make ourselves some small sculptures here. Exclusively out of wood, a set of 10 pieces, simply to just earn myself some money and some cheap decorations. I could have done that a while ago, I don't know, I know that, but it doesn't matter too much now. Hey, the multi-analyzer. So, let's work on the sterile tiles first, because I really want that. You can even make sterile walls. I didn't know. Modding What a wonderful thing. So, yeah. The heat wave is killing off my materials a bit. Doesn't come as a big surprise here. So, Randy dropped me some rhino leather pants. Manly. Very, very manly. Doesn't tempt me to go outside, though. Nice try, Randy, but no. So, we're losing some food here due to the heat wave, which just subsides while I'm mentioning it. Come on, I was just enjoying the challenge. Whatever. I don't mind. Okay. So, that's that. So, where was that again? Was just considering dropping some slate flooring here somewhere, but I'll rather not. Troy, you are mining instead of researching. Jeez. How come? Mining priority 2, researching priority 1. It's always a very odd thing when that happens. Technically it's not possible, but practically it does happen. Hey, the grizzly is combat ready. Wonderful. That's good. That's one good reason to pick up an Itakin Beastmaster. They really do provide some service to your colony in terms of handling. Problem with them is simply that they are moving naturally slow. That's something I dislike generally a lot. I think they were slow movers. Or what was it? No, they had the sleepy thing. Sleepy sucks a lot too. Just makes them go to bed way too often. But whatever. Rare behemoth. Alright. Now I just need an inspired taming on my Itakin. Then we'd get that beast. But I'll rather not. Just decided to give my workshop some filthy, comfy stuff. You know, the artist now has a masterwork armchair to sit on. That'll help. Ooh, dry thunderstorm trying to kill my potatoes. Nice try, Randy. Okay. Here we go. Title, a pumpkin. Alright. Thing is, I want to install some art in the apartments of my people. So that's making them even happier. And there's nothing like too much mood bonus on your apartments. Not gonna happen, man. So we got a very impressive bedroom now. And we got the floors for the lab. Wonderful. So, like I said, next step will be the moisture pump. We're probably going to go for growth bats soon as well, because, you know, why not? And let's finally give this place the tiles it deserves. And realize we don't have enough silver for that, but I kind of like expected that. Oh yeah, and the multi-analyzer, of course. Does speed up research as well, so it's pretty much worth it to build it immediately. Well, I have to put it into the center of the room. I didn't want to, but whatever. fresh up this light a little bit. I find if every light in the room is red, the room becomes a little bit too dark for my taste. Okay. Good times so far, good times, but I don't trust that piece. Or I enjoy it while it lasts, because I don't expect it to last pretty long. So the next big step, once we have the multi-analyzer running, will be the fabrication tech. Once we got the fabrication tech, we're pretty much self-sufficient. We can then build our own components, and then stuff really goes crazy. At least that's the plan. And I do really want some xenotype prisoners quite soon. By the way, Hoinkak, you're a pigskin, aren't you? Oh, a manhunter pack. Manhunting ground runners. So do manhunters and mechanoids interact? We will find out. Oh yeah, they do. Nice. I love these, you know, it's always one of my favorite things to watch. How random things fight each other. Like here the random number generator is taking care of my problems for me. I love that. So the ground runners are giving those mechanoids some help. If they'd be smarter than that, they might have even destroyed a tower or two. But this way, they just had a nice punch out with the centipede. That's okay. Centipede is now a little bit softened up. But seriously, only a little bit. Centipedes are so darned resilient. It's disgusting. Okay. Animal filth. Bears shouldn't be. Yeah, that makes sense. So, animal zone. Well, when I created these zones, these hallways didn't even exist, so it's not much of a big surprise there. Okay. Really hope that we're going to have some trade ship passing by at some point. That would be really, really beneficial. Hopefully buying some of my jank. But I mean, the cool stuff is we're producing art now. Art is awesome because art is being bought by basically everybody. And that makes it a very, very feasible crafting material. So, let's force finish that. We got happiness there due to the slaves. So, whoopsie. Okay. Wooden art ain't too valuable altogether, but it's not much of a big deal there. So, Kazuko is constantly a little bit in a bad mood. She's a frustrated body modder. And, fiancé pepperoni? Oh boy, what did I miss? So, we, pretty much should re-socialize the pigskin. So a skip hound is trying to hunt John. Alright. So first off, John, use your gun. Troy, stop playing cards with yourself. That's lame in the first place. And get rid of that skip hound. John, make a run for it. There we go. Stupid little critter. I mean, it's one of the nasty things about skip hounds. They can just teleport around, and this way they can just jump over your fortifications and just be in your base, even though it's not. There is no opening or anything, you know. Yo, dudes, work on that multi-analyzer, please. It's more important right now. So, Eternal Padawan, hello there. You're welcome. I really did love to make those DSP tutorials, and there will be more coming as soon as I have finished my my first complete run. I needed to work on my own skills, and I want to relaunch that series because I'm really seriously unhappy with the way I did that. So appreciate that though. And I'm happy it helped you, you know. So research speed factor is being enhanced by another 10% with that. So we now have a really nice bonus in that. I do like that. So, Lord Troy. Let's do some more blood feed. And we have a open slot for a leader speech. Oh no, we don't. Just looked like that. I need more prisoners. I really need more prisoners. We got that Blood Court event, and my people would love to have some punch-out between the slaves. I mean, I could send John and Noah up against each other, but, you know, they are useful. Eve, hey there. Welcome. Happy to see you, man. Glad you are around. So, we got Rumbos. Man, there's literally riches lying around there, you know? 8 dead, what's that thing? 8 dead lockjaw. Big fat piggy. Lots of food, man. Lots of food. And there's Thrombos outside there, but there's also mechanoids out there, so we better not go too crazy. So the defoliator is already, let's check that out. Here we have that radius of death. Here we don't get it shown. I guess that's because it isn't activated yet. Right on. So, expression number whatever. Nelson completing work on a duster. So here's one thing that's really important to note. You can make workshops even more beautiful. The more beautiful workshop, the better actually, because in workshops your people will spend a lot of time, and wherever your people will spend a lot of time, the impressiveness of the room counts, because basically impressiveness is making your people happy if the room's beautiful, or it's making them unhappy if the room's ugly as hell. So basically that's the deal. So let's hold that slate back in there. And we have tamed the sky eel. Man, I'm happy. So, moisture pump is done. So, well... I don't want to go into the whole growth VATS topic yet, because I don't think that's going to pay off for us. What I do want to do, though, is I want to bring in the Psychoid brewing tech in between, simply because that'll allow me to make Psychoid tea, which is a great trading tool, for one. And for another thing, it'll allow me to have toxers, or however they're called, wasters, in my colony. Wasters have a psychite dependency. They die without psychite, but Psychoid tea is just doing the trick. They just need their tea every 5 days, that's all. So, Nightling self-tamed. Oh boy. Oh no. We wanted that, but there's absolutely no chance of rescuing that thing. Randy has really a weird sense of humor, I gotta say. I wanted that Nightling. So you don't want just Sancophages, not in this particular run. We're playing with an Ideologian God Emperor. So Troy is considering himself the God Emperor of this whole place. I do plan to create a second Sangophage. That's going to be his the priest, the voice, you know. That's going to be the only person being allowed to be another Sangophage. And ironically, this dude will be non-violent. So you know, it's basically a bit of a oh, that's dangerous. It's basically a bit of a idea to get more storytelling into that. And here I didn't know, but since this is a venerated animal of my ideology, the Nightling, I would have an opportunity to bury it. It was part of my colony. It's a venerated animal, and obviously we are allowed to bury it. Well, damn. If the corpse wouldn't be in front of mechanoids that never sleep and never grow tired and nothing, I would try it, but not under these circumstances. Not under these circumstances. The reason without the story, Steve, or Steph, sorry, I misread that, is right now I don't like how the mechanics of the Sancophages work in detail. Right now you can only automatically feed off of prisoners. Only prisoners have this blood feed thing or hemogen farm thing, and I would prefer to have a colony where we have more slaves that they feed off automatically. I had a concept in mind, and now I'm not willing to back off of it, and therefore that's why I'm relying to only one Sangophage and waiting for that big patch coming, because there is one announcing changes in that regard. Well, a whole colony of Sangophages must be pretty amazing too. You will have a damn high need of blood though, but that's one interesting future project, I'd say. So we got art, wonderful. Psychoid brewing researched carpets plus, sweet, but not really necessary. No. So, oh yeah, I want them turrets. They got nerfed so hard that I actually almost forgot about them, but well, let's bring up some turrets. Turrets are all outright amazing. I love them because they bring so much distraction. I mean, in this run, I don't really need them as badly as I usually do, because we have one hell of a tank with our Sangophage, but yeah. Hey, Kage, welcome. Yeah, the Mechanitor is going to be the next project after this one. That's already basically set. I failed one Mechanitor, but I really want to retry that and have another run with that, because it felt pretty amazing. And I saw that there was a lot of reworking happening on the Mechanitor side, so looking forward to that. Okay, so what are we going to craft ourselves? There's not really much right now. I'm pretty low on components, but at the same time I can't go outside to fetch myself any components, because the Mechanoid Death Squad is waiting for anybody stupid enough to stick their heads outside. I'm not going to be that one. We are growing our corn and our other crops inside here and bunker up until the threat is gone. Yeah. Visitor. Okay. Dude. Well, what a visitation. Oh, that's great. I didn't know there were already precepts for mechanitors. That's amazing. Yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a blast. So we got that. Oh yeah, I want the biofuel refining as well. That pissed me off quite hard that we didn't have anything available there as well. Filling up all those little technologies that I've passed by while beelining towards the other technologies so much. So let's see where this will get us. I'm pretty surprised though that I haven't had a single trade ship so far. We have built that comms console since a while now, and still no trader coming by. Pretty sad, but what can you do, you know? So, are there any other recreational things we could do? Not really, eh? Too bad. So, how many of the statues have been made already? Most of them. I've seen some precepts for Sanguophages already. I kind of like didn't notice the ones for Mechanitors. Well, speaking about trader mods, there's I don't know. Do we have Let's Trade already again? Yeah, Let's Trade is implemented in this one. Let's Trade is one of my favorite trader mods because it just widens the palette of different traders that are showing up. There's I think the vanilla game has a very, very low variety of different traders to work with. Too low for my taste. Way too low. So let's harvest some of those fruit trees. Kind of like keep them for times like these where we're not able to leave our base, which happens, frankly said, quite often. But I'm personally a darned big fan of using my environment to deal with situations like these, and we really need a real party spot. I kept derping on that. So, by the way, I have developed Psychoid Brewing. We definitely need some Psychoid fields now. Because that's just so darned worth it, you know. So, Psychoid plant. A small field to begin with, you know. Yeah, Kage, that's pretty much it. And Let's Trade adds in artists, troops, and masonry material traders, and fabrics traders, and lots of different other things that really add into variety. And I find that quite a big thing that exists. Okay, I can't wait for these to be removed. So, as you see here, the jungle is dying. There is no jungle here anymore. I don't know why these bamboo trees and these things are still growing here. They won't be that much longer. But, yeah. It's going to be just for a bit of a time there. So, yeah, the crazy insect quest of things. Farming worksite, yeah. We're not gonna leave our tile, thanks for asking. Lion meat has rotted away in the storage. Now, guys, we obviously need to block one of those doors. If you manage to keep that room this heated, it's obviously not feasible to have this door open. Okay, so geothermal or fabrication? I'll go for fabrication. We can go for geothermal later on as well. I wouldn't even have the materials right now to build any geothermal power plant, so doesn't really matter too much. Some uranium, I like that. This will help us to build the spaceship later. This will help us a lot later. That's a weird sight, though, when you're used to your jungle tile looking like that, and you have those defoliators going crazy, making it look like that. That's, gotta say that that adds in a lot to the atmosphere. Our jungle is definitely dead as hell. But I'm not going to go outside and fix the problem. Nuh-uh. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a handful of pikemen and a centipede. It is actually not that terribly dangerous. It's one of those fights that you actually can still do. But, you know, why should I remove something that can clear problems for me instead? And, animals shouldn't be in the lab. Shoo shoo. You're not supposed to be here. Okay. So, Lord Randy is giving us some peaceful times. I'm quite surprised about the low frequency of events right now, but it's only a matter of time. We all know how Randy ticks. Sometimes he sends a bumble drone migration, sometimes he sends 3 raids in a row. Okay. Red craft. What's that? Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't really know if I want to have that, though. Do I want to fight against a against a Sanguophage? I don't know. The only thing I do see there on that quest is that could leave it to the mechanoids, you know. Hey Void, welcome. Happy to see you, mate. Hope you're doing fine today. It's Colony Wednesday, and therefore got ourselves some fine fresh RIMWORLD. Also, I really want to get this run to a victory, you know. Somehow this little vampire fortress in the jungle grew close on me, I gotta say. But that's typical. Mad wild boars! Mad boars! Alright, let's go. Squeakity squeak. I love this. This is my favorite part about the game. How did I like Poker Quest? I effing love it. It's a great game. It's basically, I think, one of the very best things that happened to the deck builder and roguelike turn-based combat genre. You know what I want to say. It fits into that niche, but it's darn good. Due to its connection with poker rules and card play rules, it has some fresh mechanics, and the world has some I don't know, some Wizard of Oz vibes to it. I guess that's only me, but this connection to cards and the like is just giving me that feels, you know. Difficulty early on, yeah, but you can play the easy mode, you know, where you can basically stack yourself up to no end. I'm playing classic mode and getting my face bashed in the whole time because I don't play well enough, but I'm enjoying it, you know. I think the devs of that game did a darn good job with that. No, it doesn't have to do anything with poker. You just have to know the basic rules of a card game. You don't need to know more than that. I mean, it is quite helpful when you are accustomed to the rules of card games and the like. You will understand terms like blackjack, flush, and straights easier. But that's about it, you know. Seriously about it. Cool thing about Poker Quest, it's easy to pick up and pretty difficult to master because it has a lot of depth going on for itself. High recommendable, very high recommendable. I recommended way more than I'd recommend Nadir from last week's tryout stream. Nadir was a little bit too heady for my taste, just too much brain, you know, involved. Well, no, we're not going to take any of these crashed things, crashed quests, you know. I don't want to have to protect somebody under these circumstances, you know. Did I? Yeah, I did. So, biofuel refining is researched, but I don't have any components left there. Yeah, Nadir didn't change in that regard. The game... I find the system interesting. It's a very good idea, but, and that's a really, really big but, it's very difficult to master this this type of thinking model. Let's call it like that. They want to sport there, and I didn't grow into it. It's I feel like a game concept must come intuitively, and if it doesn't, you need to polish it. Games have to be intuitive, at least as intuitive as possible. Some games can't be too intuitive, but RimWorld here is a perfect example. RimWorld has a lot of intuitive elements on it. Sure, it's a complexity game, it has a steep learning curve, but most people I've encountered were able to get most of the things going with RimWorld for themselves once they got past the basics, you know, because there's just a couple of basics to tackle. Yeah, Vault of the Void was another good example of getting it done right. That was I had a lot of fun with that too. With Nadir, I sadly didn't have fun. It's a lot like you know, there's art and then there's beautiful pictures. You know, art is sometimes exhausting, sometimes difficult to pick up and all that. Whereas beautiful pictures, you just look at them and they're fun, and that's pretty much the difference between these games. And I'm really trying to formulate the utmost respect to the creators of Nadir, because I think that game has a lot of potential. But it's, yeah, I think I made my point. Let's get back to RimWorld. I have a lot of cloth available. Hell yeah. And I have researched the moisture pump tech, didn't I? Let's see. Can't I search here now as well? Yeah. Perfect. So, if I remember these things correctly, when they're done with making the ground stable, the ground stays stable even if you remove the pump. Correctly, that is. So. Oh no. No! I didn't fix up that. I would have only moved 2 tiles back, and I wouldn't. Let's just forget about it. It is as it is. Okay. Ah, the radius expands. Okay. Talking about radius expansion, where are my little defoliators at? So, obviously you don't see the radius anymore as soon as it has surpassed a certain number. Okay, then. But like I said, I don't see a high chance of that even hitting my base. So. That's not much of a biggie. Yo, Troy, you know what? Haul yourself into the casket, mate. There's a high chance that we're going to be safe here for quite a while. Because, I mean, there could be a combat happening inside my base. Yes, there's a decent chance of that happening, but if it's not that, Troy won't be needed for a while. What we do need, though, is a drug table. Oh, I already have that. Never mind. So, I cannot make psychic tea here. Alright. There you see how often I play with large drug productions. Almost never. So, we're going to make... Just store the tea inside here? No. I want to have it inside the freezer. This way I won't be seeing any problems selling it via the orbital trade beacon. Generally, I have a big problem these days, Void, with the sheer amount of titles being released. There's just so much new stuff coming out each day. Or each week. It's disgusting. Find it, honestly, by now also a little bit problematic, but, well... I'm trying to filter it down to the most playable things and the things that I actually enjoy. But still, there's a huge backlog to be done there still. Just too many good developers these days. Personal hygiene on Noah relates to Noah performing a medical operation on Point Cag. Yeah, that was the one that that we botched up, I don't know, 5 times like that. So personal hygiene, that must be a reference to all the blood and grime we produced there. These artists here, they really know how to gross people out, don't they? So we're going to give Noah credit where credit's due. So he's going to get that trophy for himself. Speaking about which, we are no real monsters or anything like that. So slaves and prisoners now receive their end tables as well. You know? Make those rooms more comfortable so they'll work better. It's a win-win situation. Okay. These rooms are a little bit tiny though, but that's okay. Oh, well, let's bring up some stools here. There we go. Just upgrading those slave quarters a bit. It is worth it. At the end of the day, their mood matters too. Masterwork stool. Hell yeah. So we have even impressive slave quarters, but I personally think that's very fitting to a vampire colony, in my personal opinion at least. So, cannibalistic supplier. Yum yum. Can we send pepperoni? Actually, they are buying my slaves. We can send pepperoni. Okay. I do like it when that happens. So they would be selling very overpriced organs. They're not really a useful trader, but at least we had a trader again for once. So going to buy that stuff there, so we get a little bit more silver to work with. But I sadly don't have enough prisoners to sell away. I do need Point Cag to support Lord Troy's blood needs. I'm going to turn off the microphone for a moment. Nobody wants to hear that. So, local slave rebellion. John, Pepperoni, and Noah. Oh, you fools. You shouldn't have done that. So... let's put Ollie in their ways. Yo, Noah, that's how you repay me, hey? So, Peps, are you really wanting that? You really want that, aren't you? Right. Why on earth are they all just wielding their, some pieces of wood? Okay, so, we got rid of Noah. The Noah problem has been solved. Sadly, actually. So, John, death in 10 hours. Peps, no immediate danger. Alright. Rip Noah. Ungrateful piece, you know. I just gave him what he wanted and what he'd need, and that's how he's repaying me. Curious about not being sold off, yeah. True that, true that. So they were like, oh man, dude, we're not getting out of here even if they would be buying us. Let's escape. Well, what can I do? They are not going to receive a sarcophagus, or oh yeah, they'll do. They'll do. Now I know what I'm needing these rooms for. Ha. We're going to bury people there. The slaves and the like, you know. So, Ollie, come on, 10 pepperoni. Jeez. Don't be like that to each other. Pepperoni was surely only doing this because the other people told him to. Or whatever, I don't know. Is Pepperoni male or female? Okay. So, oh yeah, Kazuko, we need a double bed so you can enjoy the company of your pigskin lover. No kink shaming here. So, there we go. They thought it would have been a great idea to revolt while Troy was in his casket. They should be happy that I didn't wake up Troy. But I didn't want to, you know. He needs to rest a tad bit longer. So... what an ungrateful little dude. Why is the bear in the freezer? Ah, yeah, of course. It's okay that he's in the freezer. It wouldn't be okay if he'd be in the kitchen. Usually okay with my animals roaming around there, simply because it's way easier to keep them fed this way. Yay! Devil Strand! I do like that black and red garment of my people. Grand slave escape. So... you guys really think that's a great idea? You fools. Alright, my dudes, what are you going to do there? Chilling inside the freezer? Huh. Unintended. We could send the grizzly after them. Alright, Pepperoni actually survived that yet another time. I'm frankly surprised about that. John's acting smart. At least he's trying to. Dude. You guys, haven't you learned anything? Noah's already dead. Why are you doing this to yourselves, eh? I like the idea of burying out all the suckers that are dying during revolts over here. That's a brilliant idea, you know. I feel like every vampire colony requires someplace like that, where the evil overlord can walk through those hallways and ponder about the stupidity of peons. It sounds legit. Pigs join. Yeah, Randy does like that right now. He's like, he's loving to give me pet animals right now, and then to kill them off via the mech cluster. Randy has weird hobbies. Don't judge. Quick beginner tip for jumping into PokerQuest. I personally found the knight a very easy character to learn the game with, because he doesn't have too many complicated traits. If you find that too easy, because I think, Void, you are quite experienced with things like that, the best tip that I can give so far is try to increase your total amount of drawn cards until you feel comfy with it. The basic rate sucks. And if the game is too hard for you, try to go for the stack up mode, or I don't know how it's called, not the classic mode, you know. I personally still have a lot of trouble beating that game myself, because I find it quite hard too, but I take that as a positive, because I do enjoy when a game provokes me to learn to do it better. Sometimes games like these frustrate me, and sometimes they don't. PokerQuest somehow doesn't. Okay. Pips, back on his feet. So. Oh, well, we cannot. Well, I'm not gonna integrate a slave like that. It's Kazuko's own problem if she's fallen in love with the pigskin slave. Oh, darned. We're out of components and one of our batteries has broken down. That's a very, very uncool situation. The Mechanoid Siege is a double-edged sword after all, you know? For one, we don't have to fear any attacks. For another, I cannot go outside there for real to gather myself some extra materials. It doesn't come without a price, I'd say. So, let's carve out a larger area here. Maybe I'll find something useful. Who knows? So Randy's tossing out the character pots. Although, I gotta say, this feels more like a threat to me than anything else. Mad capybaras! Oh look, it even managed to punch the centipede twice. Well, because I don't really pay any bigger focus on making them suppressed as hell. It was, I gotta say though, literally the first slave rebellion I've had since, I don't know, 8 hours with them or so. I take that as a little bit of a fun event. If I'd be serious about suppressing them, I'd be installing some skull spikes. I should probably extract a skull the next time one of them dies. And then bury the remains. That's a great idea. Hey, Payne, welcome. Happy to see you, mate. I want something to take care of these critters outside there. But I don't want to do it myself, I admit. I admittedly don't want to have to do it myself. Don't think I'd lose much if I'd be clearing out those mechs myself, but at the same time, I feel like it's a wasted opportunity, you know? For me in RimWorld, it's always been like that. The best fight is the one that you haven't, that you don't need to fight at all. Still, we are in a bit of a shortage in terms of components. Yeah, them travelers are not enjoying their stay here. Lately, being a traveler on these lands is a darn stupid idea. Manhunter pack. What's it this time? Lemurs. How many? A lot. So, 21 lemurs. So Randy really doesn't want them to be finished fast. So, let's see. Oh yeah, that Inferno Cannon smacked there. But the Centipede Gunner is really receiving quite some pain here. So now we went into an eclipse on top of that. And the sun went black the day the lemurs attacked. Well, jokes aside, they really gave that Centipede Gunner hell. So, thanks, lemurs. You really are awesome. So, this time the cargo pod was directly aimed into the into my warehouse. Thanks, Randy. Yeah, we're running out of power now because you know, when the solar power runs out at noon, surely nothing we want. And also, I'm down to 1 battery. I mean, I could safely go outside there and mine and deconstruct myself some ship chunks, but I managed to hit some compact machinery. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I was hoping for. Mining 16 rocks. Pun intended. So, yeah, we'll be out of power until tomorrow. Whatever, that's okay. It's not the biggest issue. Love it. We got so much stone right now. That's very, very pleasant. So, I want to construct myself some storage pellets here. For all that stone to be stored at. Get those things a little bit in order, you know. Oh. Ah, that's the radius thing. I get it. Well, the pump has to work for quite some time because we have to get rid of that spot and of that spot. So... that'll take a while, I'm afraid. I love it how this time the mechanoid clusters are really resilient as hell. I mean, okay, we haven't had a single serious raid since they landed, so it's technically not that fair. But I think they already chunked down a trader caravan, so I just have to. Hyperweave, you know? If there's hyperweave outside there, I just cannot say no. Stop, John! It's a trap! Space battle. Alright, man. Fresh deficit of spaceship chunks here. You can always get yourself free survivors there, but not today. Not gonna get outside there. But I'm quite happy to see more fresh ship chunks being deployed here. That's good, because that means we got ourselves a huge amount of fresh components available. Some elephants getting farmed here as well. Man, what a waste. What a sad waste. Well, I would have found it very funny if the space battle would have killed some of the mechanoids too, but that just didn't come together, eh? Anyways, it's looking good, eh? Wow, so many components. So, who's my best constructor right now? That's Norbert. So, we're gonna take Norbert on a special night mission. I do this at night because during night all the other colonists are sleeping, so there's a lower chance of them doing something darn stupid while the door is not locked. There we go. Just want to restock a little bit on the components. It's better to have more. Also, very, very stoked to finally have unlocked fabrication. Want to smack in the fabrication bench ASAP because, you know, it's about time. We just need. Why is nobody burning that angel moth larva by? So... because there's a crap ton of new animals inside there. I made that bill a while ago, and therefore all the new critters aren't inside the recipe there. It's already wondering why the hell that thing wasn't finally getting disposed of. John, finally, fully healed again, so... Do you want to rebel again? So, let's do some surface smoothing here, so our little thralls are staying busy here, you know. Yay, we got new builds. Or we're getting new builds done. So there has been another harvest of Devil Strand. I love the fact that everything here is of such poor quality because we have a sadistic meme here going on. So that's also a reason why I don't give a bloody damn about slave rebellions and being mean to them. I feel like that's just what happens to these dudes there. Encouraging leader speech. Hell yeah. And we could have a public execution. But, well... I'm somewhat inclined to get rid of Pepper, but Kazuko would hate me for that. So, Aliona's infestation. Yeah, sure, no. So I would get a 12-year-old in return of an attack of 4 infestations. The fun part about that is I'm pretty sure that the infestation, that the new colonist would enter the map somewhere around here, and the infestation would happen surely somewhere around, well, mountains. So I think that would be a horrible deal. So let's do another fun thing. It's time to build ourselves our space lab, you know? There we go. Oopsie. Here. I'm not sure if I want to have doors in there too, but for now we're going to make it like that. Party! Ollie is throwing a party. Right on. So that's more like it. That's more like throwing a party somewhere. Speaking about party, I forgot to do another thing. We make psychic teas. Forever. And we're going to store the tea and the reefers inside there. There we go. Tea and reefers, son. Speaking about the reefers, of course we have to make them first, but you know. There it goes. So, alas, hi there. Would I say royalty and ideology are worth it? So, we had that talk during the yesterday's stream already, and I'll gladly repeat. So, I personally think the strongest DLCs right now are biotech and ideology. Royalty is pretty great in all what it does, but it's basically one DLC that adds spellcasting and a new faction, a couple of new items, but that's it. Whereas the other DLCs, they add in entirely new gameplay mechanics, entirely new things that you can do. With ideology, you can do society building, and with biotech, you can create entirely new species. So I personally say royalty is the weakest of the DLCs. Not in a bad way, not like it's a bad DLC or anything, but it adds the least in terms of diff compared to all the other DLCs that are available. Hope that'll help you. I said it yesterday like that. If you are more into superheroes and the like, you should go for biotech first, and if you are more into society building and storytelling, ideology is more your cup of tea. No problem, you're welcome. So we're slowly running lower on food here. So it shows that my agricultural efforts here are not withstanding our hunger. Or, well, let's wait until the next corn harvest is in. Maybe I'm wrong about that too. But, well, there's one thing for sure for me. I personally... Yeah, don't... Never mind the anima tree. Be gone. I personally think that there is no such thing as too much food. So, let's go for... Eggplants will grow 30% faster if it's hot. Yeah, well, I'm on a pretty warm tile to begin with. Troy gained his level 13 in plants when he killed the anima tree. And on top of that, it was Troy killing the anima tree in the first place. My role player my inner role player is happy. And John, you get a midnight visitation from the vampire. Yum yum. There we go. Good. So the radius of that thing is going to be expanding in a day. Troy, Psylink level. Hell yeah. So, what's next? Mind wipe. Purging all memories, social bonds, and skulls acquired outside of their backstory. Okay. I want to try out Mind Wipe the next time that I want to recruit somebody and see what it'll do. Okay. And here, Smoke Leaf Reefers. All day long, of course. Here we go. So now we got the production going that we need. The only thing that I don't have are regular traders. Gotta say, trade-wise, this colony is a little bit in a drought. Okay, there we go. So... let's get rid of all that junk in here. And then, at the end of the day, this is going to be where I hopefully will be building my spaceship. Or an intergalactic vampire adventure, you know. I do have a lot of cloth on me right now. So we're finally able to, yeah. This tile is finally buildable. So we're going to deconstruct that pump now right away. And I'll build a copy of that one outside there. Because that's going to do the job much, much faster than doing it the other way around. What's most important, I got the problematic piece of soil outside there gone. And we're being infested. So you can see these little dust piles here, 3, 4, and 5. So that's a total of 5 hives attacking us. That's pretty grim. But, I do have quite some punching power here, you know. I'll put Troy up here, so the monsters don't think that they have any other spot to go to. And here, chain shotguns. Alright, so this is going to be hard, you know. We're, let's see. Let's send in the animals, because they can tank for us as well. There's only so much pepperoni can tank. I know that there is a limit to that, but right now we're totally trashing them. Step one, step back. Because here we had a front where 3 insectoids were allowed to attack us. There's absolutely no reason to give them this benefit. And here, a couple of them are swarming outside. That sucks. So I'm going to go outside with these animals and take care that these beasties get intercepted. Okay. So. A little bit scary, honestly. Don't want the other folks in there? Okay. So, the animals are in there. Great. Okay, we almost got this. So the grizzly and the Arthroplura are doing this. So, Pepperoni, how dead are you? Lost parts of your hands, so we'll slap a coagulate on this hero here. There we go. All the wounds tended. And now we have to just clean up the mess. Hey, Balkan, welcome. I'm doing great, I hope you are too. And I hope the chat does so as well, of course. There we go. Insectoid victory. Or I should rather say victory over the insectoids, but you know what I mean. So, finish off. Break up. Kazuko asked Pepperoni for some space. Finally. I was already doubting her choices, you know. Choosing the local pigskin slave as your partner is a little bit weird. Pepperoni should be happy that I allowed him to get some vampire superpower here, you know. Coagulate is such an amazing spell. Allows you to just close the wounds of somebody entirely. It's one of my favorites altogether. You know, so often I have people dying out of the consequences of a long combat. And with that skill, you're just immune against that, basically. I dig that. So, on the bigger plus side, we got also a big chunk of insectoid jelly on top of that. So, I appreciate. Only thing that sucks a bit is that we got now insane stockpiles of insect meat, but worst case scenario, we're going to create ourselves some big fat amounts of biofuel out of that. Speaking about which, how about making this our biofuel refinery? Come on, let's do this. Here we are. Insect jelly? Well, insect jelly is food. The interesting thing about insect jelly as food is that it's one of the few foods that does fulfill recreation and hunger at the same time. That's the fun thing about it. So insect jelly is entertainment and food at the same time. The downside of it, it has an innate 2% food poisoning chance. So sometimes your people get the pukies from that, but that's really the only downside. Goodo. We're doing great. I really need a trader now, though. I really, really do need a trader now. So, moisture pump will do its thing in 8 days. Holy crap, these things are darn slow. but whatever. It's about time that we set up the carpet there. And we're going to place down a... Let's see. Pastel red or white one? I want a white morbid carpet here in our cathedral. As you see here, it's a neglectable cost. Just 5,500 pieces of cloth. Don't talk about it. It's going to be paid. Seriously, those floors are where you can sink all those materials into later on. Hey, Causer, welcome. Well, this moisture pump here has a job. It has to remove that piece of marshy soil, which is ruining the total impression of my grand ritual room now. But we'll be getting there, you know. It'll take some seasons until we have harvested up all the cloth to finish the room, so... That's gonna be okay. There! Biofuel refinery online. So, stockpile zone goes down here. And we're going to have chem fuel only here. So, preferred priority. Here we go. And we're going to make chem fuel out of organics. And we're going to do that basically forever, but we only make that out of insect meat, you know. We're not interested in those amounts of insect meat anymore. And this way, it's a real upgrade. The insect meat is going to be upgraded value-wise by a lot. Thank you, Causer. That's really kind of you to say. I rarely do see my bases as anything else as my base, you know. So it's always a nice thing to hear about from outside. So... I probably should set up the shuttle a shuttle landing space here as well. I think that's a great idea. Let's do this. So if we ever have some shuttles landing, it's gonna happen there. I like that. So this is going to be basically our spaceport or so. I'm putting walls around this place here on top of that, simply because I know that when we are going to go for the spaceship victory, this is going to be one extremely endangered zone, and every extra layer of security is well worth it. Because I know where the late game is going to get us, you know. So let's get ourselves some power connection down there as well. Well, we already have some, but, you know, alternative power connectors. You might have already noticed that I really like to have my power supplies well organized. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Morbid carpet looks like a cat scratched it all over. I know, I know. I still don't know what the hell's supposed to be morbid about it. But I do like the patterns on it. I do like that. Creeper World. The very first or the second one I tried out, and they kind of like passed below my radar. I saw that they scored excellent review scores. People are really liking these, but if I go by my memory, it was a lack of time why I didn't look into them more deeper. Thanks, Steph. That's always my goal. I feel like there's so many fast-paced and action-rich content creators out there. There's room for a chill pill like me. Okay. I mean, I am generating way more territory than we actually need here. I know that, but little do I care. We're going to put up a... we could put up a stockpile zone for dead stuff in there. And then just drop occasionally a Molotov cocktail in there to clean up the mess. Okay. There we go. Quite a lot of work to be done, but whatever. We got to have a project, you know. By the way, why on earth are we not researching more? Care to tell me? My main researchers have too many other tasks. I'm going to drop Nelson from the hauling main task and bring Hazish to that. So whenever Hazish is done with the handling, and there's not much handling necessary in this colony, we're going to go for that. 3 and 4 are really amazing. Thanks for the recommendation. I kind of like... I always wanted to, but I kept forgetting about them. You know how that is. Oh, yeah. So happy that I finally have those 1,500 slate blocks, allowing me to basically build whatever I want in here. Chem fuel production out of insect meat is also one glorious thing for me. But tell you what, we're going to put it up to a limit of, let's say, 600. Or it's stacks of 35, so let's make it 1,050. There we go. The pukies from the insect jello, like I said. Well, with games like these, I gotta say, I would be sticking to the last part of the series first, because I personally don't consider myself having that amount of time anyways to play all of them. It's something that I like to do to condense my my time budget a bit, because you know, usually with games like RIMWORld, the latest sequel is also the technically most improved one, and I made the experience that with games like these, you only miss out more of the same, less polished when you start with the latest sequel. Get my idea. And I hate the fact how busy I am. You know. Today I actually wanted to stream some Lords and Villains, because that has been recently fully released last week. But I went a bit through the tutorial, and I realized that I'm so burned out from learning new things today. I just dropped the ball and was like, okay, some other day, not today. I'm kind of sad because there are so many great games that I'd like to cover, but you know, as my human brain has its limits. By the way, why aren't we being attacked by anything anymore? Dude, Randy, you really want me to kill those myself, eh? Particle Fleet, alright. Thanks for mentioning the title, so when I see it, I at least know where to put it in my mind. So, what about power, dudes? So, there we go. We got the power. That means we can finally bring up some wall lights. Oh, come on, solar flare. Buzzkill. Literally. Okay. Gene bank needs power. Once the gene bank is powered, it will slowly reverse the deterioration. Now that's pretty cool. That means there is no permanent damage happening there. Okay. I really hope that one day in the near future we'll have some attack on these guys there. Because gotta say, this is one of the longest lasting mechanoid clusters that I've had in a while. If they keep going like that, my mechanoid corpses are deteriorating there. Speaking about deterioration, my insect meat is going bad now. Damn. What a shame. That's quite a loss, but what can I do? Solar flare, solar flare. There we go. So, once that ritual room is done, I'm going to have to look for a new big project, though. I really don't know what kind of bigger building project I'll need then. Ah, thank you. An extensive monument. So, just when I thought I had no other things there. So if the monument is destroyed within 15 days of the construction, well, the thing here is, do I need some goodwill with these folks? Where are we at? +2. Well, I don't have a throne room for Troy yet, nor do I have any royalty clothing yet, so I'm not interested, you know. But what I am interested in is the fact to see that we could make a throne room happen here. How about that? Oh yeah, let's do this. So, I like the idea of that. We're going to make this small-scale throne room, and the idea is going to be a simple one. The spaceship is going to be behind the throne room. I think that's absolutely feasible and makes sense. Well, once we get there, that is. I don't specifically want to rush towards the spaceship ending, but I also don't want to doodle around, you know. I want to finish this base to some degree, but I also want to get the job done at some day. And I think that's going to be something I'll be working on in the future more often. So my future RimWorld runs, I think, will always have some sort of planned ending now. You don't like the carpet texture? I do love it. Hey D, welcome. Happy to see you, man. Violence of Fortune. Yes, yes. Reinforced barrels, you say? Hop on in, my dudes. Holy crap. Can't these dudes even still walk inside all their armor? Good God. What are they wearing? Bio-coated cataphract armor. One's wielding a rocket launcher, the other one is wielding a triple rocket launcher. Good God. And I think, well, this is going to be fun. Happy to see me and the mailman. You haven't forgotten where Troy came from. So, let's see. Where was I? So we finally have fabrication done. Let's go for core fabrication as well, I think. Or is there anything else I want to get done first? Yeah, geothermal. Geothermal. Absolutely geothermal. Once I have geothermal power available, I'm pretty much self-sustained when it comes down to these things. And we also gonna expand the workshop a bit. Let's do this like that. So, can't wait to see that punch out between the raiders and the mechanoids. It's going to be fun. We've struck silver ore. Hell yeah. That's good, because that's one thing I was missing. Yo, well, soldiers are helping out with the mining. How about that, man? How about that? I love Slate Wall. Altogether, this base has a lot of color design choices that I really appreciated. So, let's see. We require ship landing beacons. 4 of these create a landing place, right? So... there we go. We want to create at least a landing space for now, and then we're later going to have a bit of a thing going on there. So these dudes are trying to siege us. Now that's unexpected, but I don't care about that. So I do have Meteor Shower available, don't I? So let's see how that will play out. I didn't expect them to siege me, but let's see. There we go. So the range of Meteor Shower ain't that huge. But it doesn't matter. So these 2 dudes are my backup plan. Fearless Hunting Troy. Are you freaking kidding me? Of all the things now. Seriously. Ugh. So, that's why these dudes are in my back. Troy? Why the hell are you moving away? It's not how we were supposed to react, man. So... stupid things. Those are moves you can only pull off with a vampire, man. So... Loop-de-doo. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Okay. That Meteor Shower thing is damn OP, man. They even came with Tox grenades to attack us. Those suckers, man. Good guy, Troy. So now the right, Lockjaw Revenge is incoming. Damn, this is such a powerful spell. I love it. This is just amazing. Good thing that I learned that. I bought that from a trader. That trick came in handy. And now the raiders are getting the rest of my problems done for me. What a wonderful situation to be in. So, well, wait a sec. I want those Imperial pawns a little bit longer, I'd say. Or, oh, well, no, never mind. I was just wondering whether or not I'd use their rocket launchers to detonate that place here. But then I realized that there's really no reason to force that. You know? Actually, the longer these guys are there, the better. Alright. So, they're getting the job done for me, man. So first mech cluster has been destroyed. Burn back the jailbird is getting the stuff done for me as well, and we got ourselves a masterwork assault rifle. So that's going to be Troy's sidearm now. And just like I thought, those crazy horses aren't done yet. That's why I didn't want to send the Imperials with their rocket launchers in the first place, because I figured, let's let the Raiders try their luck there. Gotta love that. Quite happy that I didn't have to fight that myself. Or, to put it differently, I wouldn't have accepted that quest without without these dudes in the first place, you know? Way too dangerous for my taste. So they fled, and I'd say now is a pretty good time to finish up the rest there, you know. There's no more turrets left. Wow, Troy was injured enough to need a to need that long. So, what do we have here? We have Sky Steel, we have reinforced barrels. Oh yeah. So, what the hell did explode there? Well, whatever. So let's send Troy. Lord Troy cleaning up the place. Seriously, we are cleaning up the place now. Especially since I love to recycle all these things that these guys had there. So, there we go. Wait, what? This guy's still there? Dude. Okay. So, first off, let's allow them doors again, because one single pikeman doesn't really scare the hell out of me. These dudes, by the way, only do one big EMP blast, so it's no real explosion, don't worry. Yo, Hazish, are we actually? No. Are you kidding me? Don't tell me that you're tolerating that kind of behavior, man. Wow. Sheesh. Dude, 8 hours death. So let's do a little bit of a coagulate trick there. Don't want to accidentally lose my dude Hazish. Would be a little bit sad. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, isn't it? And now you gotta keep in mind that the pikemen are supposed to be light. That's supposed to be light weaponry. Balancing of those mechs is just totally nuts, in my opinion. So, blood feeding my way through the base. Yeah, we could go Arcanexus now. Livestock Wrangler ship. Alright. Let's check that out. So, you guys would be buying my insect meat. I don't agree. Oh, I need a beacon in the room where I have all that fuel in, because we want to sell that too. Apart from that, they are not buying too many of my items there. So we're going to sell away all the materials that we're not going to work with, you know? That should give me a nice penny. There we go. And I need the orbital trade beacon inside there too. So that's good enough. Mysterious installation booty. No thanks. So, my friends, it's time for the end today. Gotta take a break. It's almost 2 hours in. I already feel my attention slipping away. And this is a great spot. I was able to fight off this here. We were able to fight off a siege there. Oh, wait a sec. Before I forget that, I really want to haul these items here. So I'd say that's totally qualifying as a very successful run today. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves as well, and feel free to drop me a comment down below. A thumbs up would be appreciated as well, because the algorithm loves some thumbs up. And of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. If you have missed that stream, just check out Twitter and Discord, and just hook yourself up there. I announce all the stuff before it happens. Besides that, feel free to check out the support links. There's PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee as ways and means to support this channel. I have no big sponsorships behind me, and therefore I can really use all the help that I can get. And a big thanks to all the supporters out there. You guys are truly amazing, and I'm very, very grateful for all the support I get. So, have a wonderful day, you all, and see you next time. Bye-bye.